Have you ever been in a situation where communication was like super critical,
Yeah.
where every second counted?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking emergencies, critical events. You know those times where getting the right information to the right people
Right.
could actually make all the difference.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so today we're doing a deep dive on Ping, which is a cloud-based mass notification system.
Yeah.
And it's specifically designed for these really, really high-stakes scenarios.
I see.
So what's really interesting about Ping, and I think we should get right into it, is it's not just like those one-way alert systems.
Yeah.
It's made for two-way communication, which in a crisis, that would have
For sure. That's essential, right?
Yeah, absolutely essential.
I mean, imagine, you need to know. Have people evacuated the building?
Right.
Or, does anybody need medical attention?
Right.
Ping lets you get confirmation, right away, in real time.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
Yeah. It gives you, a much better picture of what's actually going on as it's happening.
So that's really like having a live feedback loop right in the middle of this crazy situation.
Exactly.
And I think something else that's really cool about Ping is it has this interactive dashboard.
Right.
So you can actually see who has and hasn't responded, and you can even see who might need help.
That's amazing.
And here's the kicker. It works on pretty much any device.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we're talking smartphones, tablets, laptops, desktops, whatever system you're on. iOS, Android, PC, Mac.
So it doesn't really matter what you
It
have.
doesn't matter.
You're good to go.
Ping's got you covered.
That's fantastic. And, I think another important thing to mention here is that Ping actually operates completely independently of your company's IT infrastructure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that means, even if your primary systems, let's say, they crash during an emergency, Ping is still going to work,
Oh, wow.
which is a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah, that's a huge peace of mind in those situations.
For sure, because when things get unpredictable, you really want to be able to rely on your communication system.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we've talked about those basic alerts, but Ping can do so much more than that.
Oh, yeah.
It can do things like connect your entire emergency response team
Okay.
on conference calls.
Oh, wow.
It can send follow-up messages to make sure everybody's on the same page. And
keep everybody updated.
exactly. And even schedule messages ahead of time.
I see.
So imagine, let's say there's a big storm coming.
Yeah.
You can just pre-schedule that message to go out to your team, right before it hits.
Yeah, that's really smart.
That kind of proactive communication is invaluable.
It really is. I mean, think about a time when you were in a situation and communication was just a mess.
Oh, yeah.
It's chaotic, it's unclear, it's stressful.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. And it really adds this unnecessary layer of confusion to an already difficult situation. But Ping kind of takes care of that, right? And make sure everybody has what they need when they need it.
Yeah, it's all about having that clarity.
Exactly.
So you can coordinate and respond so much faster.
Yeah.
Which I think is just, it's such a relief to know that's even a possibility.
That is, yeah.
So it really streamlines everything. But then it gets even more interesting because you can actually target messages with Ping.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you can segment your recipients. You can do it by location, department, even their specific role.
Wow.
So you don't have to send out these mass alerts that go to everybody and kind of freak everybody out when they don't need to be.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you make sure that only the people that need to know are getting the message.
That's great. So, for instance, if there's a power outage in one building,
Right, exactly.
you can send an alert just to the folks in that building.
Exactly.
And that way you're not disrupting everyone else.
Exactly. Everybody else can just keep on working.
Yeah.
And that's a huge benefit, I think, for a lot of organizations.
It is. It's all about cutting through the noise and delivering the right information to the right people.
At the right time. And, we talk a lot about emergencies in specific locations.
Right.
But for those of you out there who have teams or operations all over the world,
Yeah.
Ping has got you covered there too.
Okay.
It can send multilingual messages. It's got localized caller IDs. So when people see that alert coming through,
Yeah.
they know it's actually from a trusted source.
Right.
You can even imagine being in a different country, there's an emergency, and you get that alert in your native language.
Right. Even if you're far from home.
Exactly.
That would be reassuring.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of localized communication really It makes sure that everybody understands what's happening,
It does, yeah.
especially during those high-stress moments.
Because when you're stressed, you might not process information in a different language.
Exactly. You're not thinking clearly.
Yep.
So that's a huge benefit. And then for those of you who love data, and I know there are a lot of you out there.
I love data.
Me too.
Yeah.
Ping actually has some amazing reporting tools.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you can analyze how your communication is doing.
Oh, so you can see what's working and what's not.
Exactly.
That's really useful.
You can see who received your message, who actually responded, who might need a little extra follow-up.
So you're not just sending a message and hoping for the best.
Exactly.
You actually have data to back it up.
It's data-driven decisions about your strategies, which is really important in those high-pressure moments.
It is.
So we've learned a lot about ping today, but the main takeaway, I think, is ping is a whole lot more than just a simple mass notification system.
Right.
It's really a comprehensive communication platform, and it keeps you connected and informed when it matters most.
Especially when it matters most.
It's reliable, it's secure, it's incredibly efficient.
It really is.
And it's made me think, I don't know about you, but it's made me think about how do we approach these big emergencies?
Yeah.
In this world, that seems like it's getting crazier and more unpredictable by the day.
Yeah, it makes you think about preparedness.
Yeah, it really does.
How would a system like ping change how you deal with critical communication in your life, in your work, in your community?
It's definitely something worth thinking about.
For sure.